Everybody, I'm here with a video that I haven't done in a while, and that is a favorites video. I thought that it was high time for one of these, especially now that I'm trying to get back to sort of more regularly scheduled filming and things. And so first of all, I have to mention that I got a new phone to be able to film. I talked about it in my last update video, and I'm just like so excited and happy about it because I'm not one of those people who runs out and gets the latest thing all the time. I use what I have until I can't use it anymore. And so that's what happened with my old phone. And now I have so much more space to film and the sound is better. I feel like the lighting is a bit weird on this phone, but I'm working that out. I'm working it out. But I'm just really thrilled. I feel really blessed to be able to do that. To be able to get a new one, because it is something that I know, like it's a fairly expensive object, and I feel very blessed to be able to have that. So and part of that is because of the support that I get, through my Etsy shop and Patreon. So thank you to all of you who support me. I just appreciate you so much and being able to do this. So I wanted to say that. So let's get on with the favorites. We'll talk about decks, we'll talk about books, we'll talk about some beauty things, and then I'll talk about some of the little things that have like happened in the past month or two that have brought a smile to my face and brought me some joy. So the first I have to say is I picked up a few decks recently, and I haven't in a while. Like I didn't have, I just wasn't able to, and I didn't really, honestly, I'm being a little more discerning now about which decks I pick up, because my collection over the years, and please understand I've been collecting decks for years, is quite big, and I really want to go through and do a cull and either like trade or sell or give away some of the decks that I'm not using, because I feel like decks deserve to be used and to have a home. And so the first is the Tarot of the Witch's Garden, which I have been loving. I love this deck. I want to do a shout out to Lisa Pappas, who I was on with her and Peggy, her Say Yes to the deck. And this is one that she kind of put a good word in for. I was considering it, but she was like, no, you'll love this deck. And she was right. I love this deck. I was a little worried that the card stock might be a bit of a barrier for me, just because it's linen and I wasn't sure if I was going to like that, but honestly, I'm loving it. It shuffles like a dream. The artwork on this is it's stunning. You feel like you are in a magical world. Everybody fits in here. It's just beautiful. The colors, like, it's just is a gorgeous piece of art. This is one of my new favorites and is definitely going to be in regular rotation for my tarot practice. Like, let's just like, it's gorgeous. It's so pretty. It's so beautiful. It's got that right, like, fantasy but nature kind of vibe. It's just right up my alley. I have to say, I'm loving this deck. It is really, really beautiful. The artwork is lovely. I've done a little work with the book. I think that the book is really well written. It's just like a joy to have worked with this past month, and I'm looking forward to working with it again, because I like to kind of pick a deck every month that I want to work with and focus on. So this will definitely be in the rotation next year for sure, but I am really, really loving this deck. So if you've been on the fence about this deck, I think it's a good one. I mean, everyone's different, right? I did, like I said, get a couple of other decks. I did an unboxing of this recently, which is the Tree of Life Oracle. So this is based on the Kabbalah, the Tree of Life. So we've got our Tree of Life there. So it's an oracle deck, but it has like the 10 Sephiroth, or 11 if you want to count the death. And then it has the major arcana, which are all the little pathways here. And then it talks about like some parts of the Kabbalah. And I'm still not sure if I'm going to use this as a teaching deck or if I'm going to use it as an oracle deck, or both. But I have to say, the artwork is so beautiful. So that is Temperance. like it's gorgeous, like so colorful, so gorgeous, so pretty. It's got this beautiful sort of like watercolor, you know, with line work. Like it's just gorgeous. Like it's really, really just, it's beautiful. It's lovely. And it has a lot of, you know, because this is the Kabbalah, so there's a lot of sort of like Roman and Greek, but also Egyptian imagery in here. It is just beautiful. Some of these, you know, are a little more like ones like this where it says the personality triangle is just a little bit more informative. It's teaching you about the different parts of the tree of life, you know, which is more utilitarian, but I just kind of wish the artwork kind of matched the other ones, because like look at this, like the lovers, so pretty, so beautiful. And then we've got the different Sephiroth, which are connected with the different planets. Like here we have the sun and Tibereth. There's a Pluto one that is particularly beautiful, I thought. Oh, it has the elements too. Like they have earth, air, water, and fire. So that's that one there. Mercury for Hod. Like it's just like gorgeous colors. So I'm really like, I'm thinking about how I want to work with this deck, but it's freaking beautiful. And then another deck I got, which I am going to do walkthrough. I already opened it, so I can't really do an unboxing. But another deck that I saw, I think Lisa Pappas had this, and there was someone else that unboxed this as well, which I feel like maybe Simon from the Hermit's Cave, but it was in my local store where I work, and they had the Cozy Witch Tarot deck. Now, I have some thoughts about this deck because I've opened it, and there's like, I have to say there's one card that bothers me. But overall, this deck is a really lovely hug of a deck. It is like a little cozy hug. I'm thinking of maybe having this as like a nighttime deck. It is very sort of like young. It is, it's all female. And it is very like, I don't know what the right word is to use. It is very progressive, we'll say, which may or may not suit you depending how you are. But it is just a lovely hug cozy of a deck. And I think it would be a wonderful deck for someone who is looking to learn tarot, because they have these beautiful key phrases on there. Also, you know, somebody who maybe is looking for something that is like a little more feminine or progressive, or however you want to describe it. So for example, we have the Cozy Witch here as our Fool card, and it says, take a chance, for each morning is a new beginning. So you have these lovely little key phrases here, which can really help, I think, for those who are looking at learning the tarot, because you can pull a card and not even have to memorize what it means, because the little key phrase is there. And I think the way the card is designed too is not intrusive. It feels like, you know, it's part of the design, like that should be there. So it's just a lovely little hug of a deck. Oh, and I have to mention the backs too, because they've got coffee cups on them. Like, it's pretty awesome. I feel like I need to use this either as like a nighttime deck, or put it into my rotation as either like maybe an autumn or like a winter type deck. This makes me more think of like, okay, what I call right now I call it Wintum, because right now we did have snow, but it's melted, like it warmed up for a while, and so the leaves are all off the trees. It is cold, it is dark, but we don't have snow yet, and so I've been calling it Wintum. This is a very Wintum type deck. So yeah, I'm gonna do a full walkthrough impressions of this deck, I think, in a couple of weeks. But yeah, overall, I would say really, I think this is just like a nice warm hug of a deck. So I've been really enjoying that. Okay, on to books. So I've been really trying to find more time to read. Haven't succeeded yet, but the one I have been reading, I don't know why I picked this book. Well, I do know, because I'm really interested in it, and I'm finding it to be like a really great study book. Is The I Ching, or The Oracle by Annabelle Wen. So this is a really comprehensive book about the I Ching. So this part here that's dark is the actual like I Ching, where there's the 64 hexagrams and their meanings. But this here is all about like, it's about the history of it. It's about the development of it. It's about how to read it. So it is really, really thorough. I am nowhere near, as you can see, getting through it. But from what I've read so far, I'm really enjoying this. I'm finding this to be extremely informative. Her videos as well, that she talks about the I Ching and she talks about some of the things in this book, have been very informative as well. So if you're interested in learning that at all, I highly recommend this book and her videos. So I'll put a link to her channel below, but it is really fascinating. I'm really enjoying learning this. You know, the I Ching is one of those things I wish I was like, oh, I wish I know more about. And so now this gives me a chance to like really study. And this will probably be a book that I'm going to be going through, you know, throughout 2024. So I'm not expecting myself to read this in a month. Like, let's face it, that's not going to happen. Besides books, stationery wise, I did pick up and I did do a walkthrough of this. This is The Magic of I. Day planner. Love this day planner. Now I have used other day planners which are great. I used this one last year and I found it to be really useful for me because of the size. I could put it into my like bag, take to work. It's got a beautiful shiny cover. Look at those shiny sides. Although I have to say this gilding pretty much is almost all gone, but that's okay. That's fine. It's got the nice what do you call it, elastic to keep it shut, because there's a pocket in the back which will be stuffed with things by the end. I am going to do another walkthrough, I think, later in the year when I have modified this, because this is what I do. Like, for example, this page here, I'm going to use this as my vision board. I'm going to fill this with images for my vision board for the year. Some of the pages that I don't usually use, I tend to cover up. So this book is great because if you're interested in getting deeper into astrology beyond just kind of like your sun sign, I think this is one that can definitely help you. There's some great reference pages here. It talks about moon phases, working with the moon, the connection between tarot and astrology. And then it has stuff about like menstrual cycle, which at this point in my life, I'm not too worried about, let's say. I'm probably going to cover these pages and do something like 52 things I want to do this year or something. Like, just make them into other pages. I think this is really cool too, where they have the phases of the moon for each month, so you can follow that, and they have little spots underneath so you can put where, you know, if you want to track your menstrual cycle, you can. So that I think is very handy for us ladies if you're interested in doing that. Yeah, so I might cover some of the pages I don't really use. These are the weekday pages, so you get a full thing for the week. And I find it's got enough room to write all the stuff I want. It's got the astrology of the day on the side. And then I can write sort of some weekly stuff up here. So I'm finding this like very useful and looking forward to using a new one in 2024. So excited about that. Makeup, clothes and stuff wise, I have to say, I got this, I'm not going to stand up because it has the name of where I work on it, but I got this cozy hoodie from the university that I work at, and it's so cozy and so soft and so lovely, and especially on cold November days in the basement, this is what I'm putting on and being super cozy. So I love like cozy sweaters and cozy hoodies for like the fall and winter season. Makeup wise, nothing too dramatic. I don't know if I talked about this lipstick before, but they stopped making the color I was using before. Don't you hate that? Don't you hate that when that happens, ladies? It's bad. But I did find this. I just took a chance. This is the Superstay Maybelline liquid lip color, and this is 50 in Voyager, and it matches. Like, it stays on all day. I can eat. It doesn't go anywhere. It's like, it's stuck on. And this is like Maybelline. It's like a drugstore lipstick, and it is awesome. And the color stays true. And I'm just loving it like so much. So, and it has like, I had to get used to kind of like their little doe foot's a bit odd, I have to say. I don't know if you can see that. It's got like a little divot in it. It's weird. But anyway, it took me a little bit to get used to it. But loving this color. And then I've been enjoying, again, affordable cosmetics, because I don't have tons of money to go to a fancy, pardon me, a fancy shop and buy stuff. So I have here the e.l.f. Cosmetics liquid liner. Now I do like using this one, which is, this is my favorite, the kind with the little brush. I couldn't find it at one point and I needed eyeliner, so I got the one that's the, it's like the marker. I actually don't like this one as much. I find that it's smudgy. I find that it doesn't make a crisp line. It's okay. It did for when I needed it, but I have to say this is the kind that I like, where it's just got the little, it's very precision. Now you have to have a steady hand for this, but I do like this so much better. And it's like less than 10 bucks. So like, I think it was even less than $5. So, and that's Canadian. So very happy with that. But overall, like I really like e.l.f. Cosmetics. I think they are affordable and good cosmetics. But this is like, it's like the cheapest eyeliner, and to me it's like the best eyeliner, so I'm using that. I also went to Bath & Body Works during like the Halloween season and the Christmas season and got some scented products. Again, I can't remember if I've shown these before, but I got, it's called Midnight Spell. See it there? And ironically, it has a spider there, and I'm afraid of spiders, but this smells, it has like a very, it's like a little bit like frankincense-y. It is delightful. It is loving. I've got the lotion as well, but I've been loving this. And then I got a golden mistletoe, which I left upstairs for Christmas. That one I'm kind of on the fence about. Like, it's not terrible, but it's not like, oh my God, this is so great. I feel like they're packaging this year for like holiday stuff, for like Christmas and you know, like the holiday season. Wasn't as great as it's been in other years, and I feel like the smells weren't, you know, as I've been more impressed before. It wasn't terrible, but I was like, I've seen better ones, that's for sure. That's, I think, all that I have. Oh, as far as stuff. However, let me talk about some of the things that have happened. So in October, I played a show. My band played a show. We opened for this band called The Fixer. They are, I'll put a link. I'll have to find like their social or something below to put a link to. I know they have a new album that's, I think, come out by now. But they are like a gothic metal band. Really great. I saw some of the performances there are amazing. And so we opened for them. But it was Halloween night. It was a Tuesday. And it was really, really cold outside. And so it was dead, unfortunately. So I kind of laughed because I was like nervous about it. And then I showed up and it was like, I played for the other band who was very enthusiastic and I must say very supportive and awesome. Amazing. Thank you so much. And like the sound crew, and it was just one of those gigs, but I'm going to show you anyway, because we still have fun. And then also our singer had to back out because of other obligations. And I thought, this isn't going to happen, but our keyboardist stepped forward and said, I'm going to sing. So it was kind of a public practice in a way. I'm going to show you anyway. I still have fun doing it. It was still amazing. And I'm really grateful that we got to, whenever we have a show, I'm just grateful for the opportunity to play. So I'm going to insert a little video of us playing here.
Fighting, not to scream. The days fade out, the nights black out.
The other thing that I got to do just recently is I got to go to the Cat Cafe. There's a cat cafe that opened up. So I got to go with my friends, which is very, very exciting. And I'll just put in a little something here about our adventures at the Cat Cafe. watching. To everybody, let me know what your favorites are as well for the month. Let me know if you, how any of this stuff is on your list. If you like any of this stuff that I've talked about, let me know. But I just know that it's been tough for a lot of people, and it's just been like, it's a time that's been like hard and sad for a lot of people for a lot of reasons, a lot of things going on. And I just want to, acknowledge that, I feel ya, and I'm sending love to everybody that's out there. Let's spread love and peace in the world. And let's be positive. And I'm hoping that December things get better for everybody out there in the world. And I'm just sending you lots of love. And as always, peace and love and rock and roll.